When is it? This week? 27.
How are you?
Hey, Steve.
This one? Okay. Yeah, I'm boring.
After second, I don't want to interrupt.
Who's my son?
Yeah.
I don't get confused by that. The reason I'm having these come up is because I want him to, proactive with how we're getting it out. So we don't have this issue. So I don't get much confused by
I'm done. I'm done traveling. I'm done for like a little while. You're not going, right? You going? I thought you were just there.
Hey, Jason.
Is that it smells good. It smells so good at it.
Yeah. No, it's, yeah. Good luck.
Cough. Don't tell anybody. That's crazy.
Okay. I don't think we'll see. Okay.
Well, I think that's one for the age.
Okay.
appreciate it, as long as it doesn't negatively affect you.
What are you doing, LaGuardia?
I know they are. I know they are. Which I'm sure only makes it worse.
Because it was funny. Hey, Jim. As everybody's leaving after the pictures. Let me still
Thank you about it.
Very, very good. I appreciate it. I'm glad you were able to come this off. Actually, one of unfortunately, you can take me, so I can't do that. Might be able to outrun you, but if you get your mitts on me, I'm done.
Oh, laughing.
Thanks, Joe. I'm glad. I knew this was
Good.
Oh, yeah. This is massive, but it's funny because
Great.
when you see what is clearly the original LaGuardia with its very, very old house in the wall. I'm thinking, that's
Yeah.
but I'm thinking,
we used to do anywhere in our house.
So is your
the Dodge Caravan. Red Dodge Caravan.
You didn't want to eat there.
just like Barney.
We good? Jason. Good evening. Good evening, everybody. Before we get started, I'd like to welcome Pastor Jason Howard to lead us in our invocation. And he's our chaplain. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. Council, let's bow our heads for a moment of prayer. And Father, as we begin tonight, and I pray that we take the moment to reflect on all that is good in our lives and also in our city. And we ask for your guidance for this council as they make decisions that continue to help our city grow and to thrive. And we pray for the council members, the support staff of the city, for all of the fire and law enforcement of Milton. We believe each one is here at this time in their role for the sake of bettering this community. And I specifically want to pray for the agenda that's set before our Mayor Joe Lockwood and the council members Jameson, Kuechly, Kuntz, Bentley, Hewitt, Longoria, and Mord. And we graciously grant them confidence in doing what is right, a keen thirst for wisdom, and peace and joy in their lives and their families. And Father, we do thank you for the many blessings, the ways in which you protect the city, and the way that you help us to thrive and to become the best city in Georgia. Amen.
Thank you, Jason. Okay, I'd like to call the regular meeting for the Milton City Council for Monday, June 17th to order. Sudi, if you'll please call roll and make our general announcements.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. I'll be happy to call roll for the June 17th, 2019 regular meeting. I would like to remind those in attendance to please silence all cell phones at this time. Those attending the meeting who would like to make a public comment, you're required to complete a public comment card prior to the speaking on the item. Your comment card must be presented to the city clerk prior to the agenda item being called. All speakers, please identify yourself by name, address, and organization before beginning your comment. If you are representing an organization, an affidavit is required stating you have the authority to speak on behalf of that organization. Demonstration of any sort within the chamber is prohibited. Please refrain from any applause, cheering, booing, outbursts, or dialogue with any person speaking. Anyone in violation will be asked to leave. As I call roll this evening, please confirm your attendance. Mayor Joe Lockwood.
Here.
Councilmember Peyton Jameson.
Here.
Councilmember Matt Kuntz.
Here.
Councilmember Laura Bentley.
Here.
Councilmember Carol Cookerly.
Here.
Councilmember Joe Longoria.
Here.
And for the record, Councilmember Rick Morick is absent. Would everyone please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, I want to welcome everybody here tonight. Our first item on the agenda is approval of the agenda. Sudi, if you'll please call that item.
This item is the approval of the meeting agenda. Agenda item number 19126.
Okay, do I have a motion for approval?
Mayor, I move that we approve the meeting agenda as distributed.
Second.
Okay, I've got a motion for approval from Councilmember Longoria with a second from Councilmember Cookerly. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
That passes unanimous. Okay, do we have any public comment tonight, Sudi?
We do not, sir.
Okay. We'll move on to our consent agenda. If you'll please read those items.
First item is approval of the June 3rd, 2019 City Council meeting minutes. Agenda item number 19127. Next is approval of the June 18th, 2018 City Council meeting minutes. Agenda item number 19128. Next is approval of the financial statements and investment report for the period ending April 2019. Agenda item number 19129. Approval of a waste removal service agreement between the City of Milton and BFI Waste Services, LLC, doing business as Republic Services. Agenda item number 19130. Next is approval of a professional services agreement between the City of Milton and Davis Engineering and Surveying, LLC, to provide surveying and engineering for Taylor Road and Batesville Road stormwater intersection improvements. Agenda item number 19131. Our sixth consent agenda is approval of the fourth amendment to the option and lease agreement with New Singular Wireless PCS, LLC, for the cell tower located at 15240 Thompson Road, Milton, Georgia, to provide for an extension of the terms of the original agreement to increase the monthly rent, to incorporate a 30% revenue sharing provision on new subtenants, and to include a signing bonus. Agenda item number 19132. Our seventh and final consent agenda item this evening is approval of the following subdivision plats. John and Patricia Cartwright, land lot 767, 1820, and 1840 on Red Road. Minor plats, reconfigure parcels for 2 lots, 3.709 total acres, 0.54 lots per acre. And Muirfield Park land lots 606, 607, and 619 Hopewell Road. Final plat revision, reconfigure lot 4, 14 lots, 22.575 total acres, 0.62 lots per acre. This is agenda item number 19133.
Okay. Do I have a motion on the consent agenda?
Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to approve the consent agenda items as read.
Second.
Okay. I have a motion from Councilmember Bentley for approval with a second from Councilmember Kuntz. All in favor, please say aye. Aye. That's unanimous, Sudi. Okay, we're going to move on to reports and presentations. Sudi, if you'll please call that item.
This item is an oath of office recognizing new fire department employees Dakota Pruitt, Travis Long, and Robert Sells. Mr. Matt Marietta will speak first, and then Mayor Joe Lockwood will perform the swearing-in ceremony.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. We've recently had the opportunity to, because of some retirements, to recruit some new firefighters, and we have 3 individuals who are excited to come and be a member of the fire service in the city of Milton, and they're here to be sworn in tonight. Our first one is Dakota Pruitt, who comes to us from Cedartown Fire Department. He has 8 years' experience as a firefighter EMT. The second one is Travis Long, who comes to us from Dawson County Fire Department. He's a paramedic, and he has 5.5 years of experience. And the final one is Robert Sells, coming to us from the city of South Fulton, but prior to this, he spent 21 years as a firefighter and EMT in Newcastle, Indiana. He has 23 years total experience. And I brought their helmets along as part of what we do when we bring them on, is we give them their helmet to welcome them to the job. So they all started today. If y'all 3 would please come up.
And I just want to say before I step down there, it's what an honor it is for us here tonight and for me to giving you this oath and swearing in. I also want to say to our audience, and this goes out to you guys, our new guys here, but also everybody else that's wearing a uniform, both police and fire, just how much we appreciate. And, just so our audience, our citizens, we have so much to be thankful for these guys that get up every morning and go to work and are willing to put themselves in harm's way for us, for everybody in this audience, everybody in our city, people they don't even know. But for that, I just want to thank you guys and all you that are about to do it and have done it. That it means a lot, and we really realize that. So it's an honor for us to welcome you here to the city of Milton. If you'll raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Dakota Pruitt,
Travis Long.
Swear or affirm
swear or affirm
that I am qualified to hold the position of firefighter
that I am qualified to hold the position of firefighter
to which I am appointed,
to which I am appointed,
and for so long as I am employed with the city of Milton,
so long as I am employed with the city of Milton.
I do solemnly swear and affirm
I do solemnly swear and affirm
that I will support and defend the Constitution
that I will support and defend the Constitution
of the United States of America
of the United States of America
and the Constitution of the State of Georgia,
and the Constitution of the State of Georgia.
and that I will faithfully perform and discharge the duties
I will faithfully perform and discharge the duties
of my position
of my position
conscientiously and without malice
conscientiously and without malice
or partiality to the best of my ability.
impartiality to the best of my ability.
I further swear or affirm
I further swear or affirm
to obey,
to
adhere to
adhere
to uphold, and to enforce the laws of the United States,
to uphold and enforce the laws of the United States,
the state of Georgia,
the state of Georgia,
and the city of Milton at all times.
and the city of Milton at all times.
I further swear or affirm
I further swear or affirm
that I will bear true faith
I will bear true faith
and allegiance to the city of Milton
and allegiance to the city of Milton
and the officers appointed over me
and the officers appointed over me
according to the law.
according to the law.
So help me God.
So help me God.
And again, welcome to the city of Milton.
Thank you.
Thank you guys. And again, if we get a round of applause for everybody.
Could we get just a really quick
Yeah,
photo?
sorry.
No, that's okay.
Join me, we'll do it.
I should have called you before you went back up. That's totally my fault.
You guys will join us up here?
Yeah, otherwise we'll look sort of silly.
So if you gentlemen would take a step all the way back to the wall. Perfect. Everybody shift a full step this way for me. Keep shifting. There we go. If you all, if fire will turn a little bit, just angle towards each other a little bit. That's perfect. Nope, that way. You're that way. Perfect. Yes, perfect, perfect. And then if council on this end, we'll tighten them about half. And you'll take a step back this way. They're coming to you, actually. Sorry. Coming this way.
I know I was
One
in
more
the
time.
right spot.
I know, you did great. You did great. Perfect. We're perfect. We're perfect. Sorry. There is a method to my madness, I promise. All right, we're looking right here. 1, 2, 3, smile. Let's do that again. 1, 2, 3, smile. Hold one moment. One more. We have my close. 1, 2, 3, smile. We are good. Thank you.
Okay, moving on. Will City Clerk please sound the next presentation item?
Our next item this evening is a proclamation recognizing Milton High School Girls Lacrosse Team 2019 State Championship. This is being presented by Councilmember Matt Kuntz.
All right, here we are again. So I'm once again honored to have all of this great Milton High School girls lacrosse team here, and for Principal Jones and Athletic Director Silvestri as well, and Coach Godby. What a great job you have done. And, this program has won 13 state championships. And Coach Godby began from very little years ago when he took over this program. But he founded it, I believe, the correct way. And one of my favorite quotes is from President Eisenhower when he says, "The people that values its privileges above its principles soon loses both." And so it's very important to found a culture on principles. And Coach Godby obviously did that. The principles I think he founded it upon were togetherness and commitment and trust and fundamentals and courage. And the fact that this program has won as often as it has is not a testament to skill. Everybody has skill. Rather, it's a testament to building a team. And that's something worth honoring. You see, it's not the winning that matters. It's the work of principled character that matters, because the results will come from that. And these young ladies have learned those principles that build successful teams. Not only that, but they displayed those principles on the field and in the classroom in front of spectators, referees, and their opponents. They not only made each other better, but they make us all better by the way they do things. So one day these young ladies will go into other endeavors. Some may get into coaching or education or business or even government. Whichever path they go, they will always have the lessons that they learned being a part of the Milton High School girls lacrosse team. And we on the council have no doubts that they will continue to represent their community as champions. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read this proclamation, and then we're going to come down here and hand one to each of you and get some photo ops. And no one told me there were trophies involved, so we'll figure out what that is at the time. So, whereas lacrosse is a sport that requires skillful hand-eye coordination, mental awareness, and physical endurance, and whereas the girls lacrosse program began in 1999 as a club sport at Milton High School and has grown rapidly since that time, and whereas the Milton High School girls lacrosse teams have previously won the Georgia High School State Championship in 2005, 2006, 2007, 2008, 2010, 2011, 2012, 2013, 2014, 2015, 2017, and 2018. And whereas the Milton High School girls lacrosse team had a record in 2019 of 22 wins and 1 loss, the best seasonal record in the history of the program. And whereas along the path to winning the 2019 Georgia High School 6-7A state championship for the 3rd year in a row, they defeated the state champion teams from Tennessee, Virginia, Oregon, Massachusetts, and the Georgia 1-5A champions. And whereas the Milton High School girls lacrosse team produced 12 all-state players, and whereas the players on the Milton High School girls lacrosse team are champions not only on the field, but also in the classroom, in the community, and in life. We are proud that this great team is located in Milton, Georgia. Now, therefore, we, the mayor and city council of the city of Milton, hereby dictate and proclaim Monday, June 17th, as Milton High School Lacrosse Team Day in the city of Milton, Georgia, given under our hand and seal of the City of Milton City Council on this 17th day of June 2019. And if ladies and everybody, coaches, would you come up and we'll take a picture, and how do you want to do the trophies? I don't know. Shannon, that's your deal. You may have to stand up here. We might have to stand up here. Okay, I'm just going to do this. Would you pass those around? Ladies, would you pass these around, please? Those are for you. And I've got more of you. There you go. Thank you.
If council will make sure the mics are all pushed down, okay? Let's see, okay. I want to. You'll come in between and so we'll stand up so that you right here, we're stack. So get in between.
I prefer the upper east side.
enjoy this.
If you all will shift over and put up a little bit of space in behind you in the back row, I'm going to get you in between shoulders so that your head is in between their shoulders right there. Yes.
And you are in the right place.
Sorry.
It's tough.
Now, back row space out there. Give a little bit of space. Okay. Sorry. We have to make sure we have everyone's faces. Sorry, yes. Okay, front row, yes. If you'll look at your proclamation and make sure that your seal is on the bottom, no, close it, the front, there you go, right there, perfect. And if you'll hold it down a little bit, right down there, perfect. Doing great, that's perfect. Perfect, everybody, all right. Council, if you'll shift just a half a step this way. Sorry, it's a wide shot. All right, we're all looking right here. Make sure I've got everybody's faces. We're good. Okay, we're looking right here. 1, 2, 3. Smile. Let's do that again. Just a little bit. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Everybody smile. Stay where you are, please. Okay. Would you like me to take? Yes. I don't want to let you climb, but I'm happy to take one. Thank you. You're welcome. All right, one more. Everyone looking here. 1, 2, 3. Smile. Let's do one more. I think you're in good shape. Nobody's close. Joe, you want to grab one? Yeah. You want this thing? Look at it. Make sure you're good with it, Joe. You good? Yeah.
It is a good.
Okay, Joe?
Yeah.
Cut our heads off.
Okay. Anyone else?
Thank you.
Good. Thank you.
I want to say a couple words too. Just we are so proud of you guys, and obviously all the parents. I know you guys are proud. You guys have done a good job. Your school coaches and school staff, just one great big team. So we're just really proud of you and glad to be able to present this proclamation to you. So, and good luck moving forward.
If everyone will indulge me, I apologize. I would like to get principal and AD over here if we don't mind to get one more shot. So everybody kind of get back to their spot. I apologize. That is my oversight. Perfect. Front row, if you'll move this way a little bit in between, make sure you're behind in shoulders, and then get in principal. If you'll get in the middle of their shoulders, that's perfect. Yes, I can see all that. Thanks, everybody. I appreciate that's my fault. Stand by. I know, just a little bit. I have to get a wider lens angle here. Okay. We're looking right here. 1, 2, 3. Again. Let's go right here. 1, 2, 3. Stay where? I see no closed eyes. We're good, Jake. Thank you. Thank you. No problem. And I'm happy to share mine with you as well. Congratulations. Yeah. Congratulations, ladies. Thank you.
Do about their trophies. What no one told me. I don't know.
They're not going to leave them, but they're going to have to bet on it.
We're going to sit here the rest of the meeting.
What about the trophies?
I don't know. That was a surprise to me as well.
Okay.
I don't know the answer to that.
Was their trophies on yours?
Maybe those are all the championship trophies. I don't know.
Sudi, if you please call next item, first presentation.
The next item is consideration of an ordinance to add Division 4, Electronic Records, to Chapter 2, Administration, Article 7, Public Records, Agenda Item Number 19134.
Do I have a motion on the first?
To approve the reading of the first presentation as read.
Second.
Okay, I have a motion from Councilmember Koontz for approval with a second from Councilmember Bentley. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
That's unanimous. So we'll move on to our public hearing. Sudi, if you'll please sound the first item.
This item is consideration of the issuance of an alcohol beverage license to Posh Spa LLC, doing business as Posh Nails and Spa, 12990 Highway 9, Suite 112, Milton, Georgia 30004. Agenda item number 19135. And for the record, we do not have any public comment cards. Ms. Bernadette Harville.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. The application before you is for an incidental license. That is for an establishment that does not sell food. They cannot charge for this alcohol. They can only limit this to wine or beer, and the consumption cannot exceed 16 ounces if it is wine and 24 ounces if it is beer. It is basically enabling them to give a glass or two of a beverage while they're having a service performed.
Okay, any questions? Okay, I'll open up for a motion.
Mayor, I'll make a motion to approve agenda item number 19-134.
Okay, got a motion for approval from Councilmember Jameson with a second from Councilmember Kuntz.
I think it was 135. Hey,
All right, I'll rescind my motion.
Okay, Matt, you.
I'll rescind the second.
Okay.
So, Mayor, I'll make a motion to approve agenda item number 19-135.
Second.
Okay, so I've got a motion for approval from Councilmember Jameson with a second from Councilmember Kuntz. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
That's unanimous.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. All right, Sudi, we don't have any items under our zoning agenda or unfinished business, so if you'll please sound our new business item.
This item is consideration to correct the minutes of the December 16, 2013 regular meeting of the City Council and to correct the ordinance approved by the City Council with respect to rezoning and variance application RZ 1316, VC 1306, submitted by Arrowhead Real Estate Partners in order to accurately reflect the discussion, actions, and decisions of the City Council at the meeting. Agenda item number 19136. Mr. Ken Gerard.
Mr. Mayor, members of the council, this is a proposed resolution to correct some minutes and the related ordinance with respect to a zoning action that the council took back in 2013. It was a rezoning with attendant, I believe there may have been a variance as well, from AG1 to NUP for a 27-lot subdivision on 9 acres at Bethany Bend and Cogburn Road. So how this works is this. When I was made aware by staff that there appeared to be a discrepancy between what the minutes reflected and candidly the ordinance as well, because they play off of one another. If one's got a problem in it, then it's very likely they both will. When we became aware that there was a discrepancy, I know that my office and associated with staff, with the city manager, with Parag, we all went to the video and looked as hard at the video as we can, because obviously the objective of the minutes is to reflect exactly what happens in this chamber. And upon reviewing those minutes and the video and looking at it as hard as we can, it was my opinion that the actual minutes and consequently, therefore, the ordinance itself, and when I say the ordinance, I'm talking about basically the zoning enactment, because we do that in the form of an ordinance, they didn't exactly match what the council had approved. And I will also tell you that sometimes that can be a touch challenging. We're in the middle of a full-bodied discussion and there's a motion being made and someone makes a friendly amendment and then someone in the context of restating the motion. And a lot of times, most of the times, we get that spot on right. Occasionally, it's a little more challenging, and this was one of those situations where I felt like some clarification was in order. So let me tell you what we're not doing this evening. What we're not doing this evening is another zoning. This isn't a zoning that's governed by the zoning procedures law. This isn't anything of that kind whatsoever. All this is us formally correcting the actual action the council took in 2013. That's all we're doing. Now, the minutes are a big deal to me. The minutes are considered by Georgia law to be the official pronouncement of the local government acts of the state of Georgia. So we can't just indiscriminately, me go tell Sudi, why don't you go right on there? I mean, it doesn't work that way. If we're going to correct something as important as minutes, we got to do it by way of transparency. I've got to tell you exactly what we're doing and why. And in fact, the end result of this is not actually going to be us writing this in or a new set of minutes from 2013. What your resolution says is you're going to resolve to fix what was left off, and then you're going to authorize the placement of an asterisk on the 2013 minutes, cross-referencing to this resolution. So if someone goes and digs through those 2013 minutes, they're going to read exactly the minutes that exist today. But then there'll be an asterisk that says, hey, there's a little more to this story, and if you want to find out what the more to this story is, cross-reference to action taken on June 17th of 2019, and that'll maybe fill in the blanks. So, sorry. Okay. So all we're doing today that is different is there were basically two changes that we wanted to make manifest. One was we wanted to ensure in Section 3E of the ordinance, when the council made its decision with respect to that zoning, it says a minimum heated floor area per units of 2,800 square feet. This was left off. Minimum average would be 3,000 square feet. So we're putting that back in. That needs to be put back in, that minimum average. And then under 3L, it says after the word city architect, we're going to add the verbiage with a minimum of 7 homes to have front brick elevations and 360-degree architecture. Again, those may seem sort of pedestrian and not terribly complicated. And in fact, you may recall an email where the city manager said, look, in working with the applicant, we've been able to figure out where we don't even need this as far as the sort of the utilitarian need for the development. But once we all became aware that the minutes didn't speak exactly what we felt like the 2013 city council intended, I still think it's a better idea to fix this. And so that's why I continue to recommend you adopt this resolution. It will tweak those 2 areas of the ordinance that was adopted. It will reinsert the verbatim minutes where the discussion of the council is made apart so everybody can get it in context, and it will further tweak the ordinance, which is the actual formal manifestation of the city zoning authorization. Mr. Mayor, there's a lot going on there, but really there's not. It's just some very modest tweaks to make sure the minutes speak the truth, which is what we're all about. Mr. Mayor.
I have just a question, point of order. Obviously, 2013, some of the council members here were not on the board then, and as others. So obviously, it's okay for them to approve this change.
It's a fair point, obviously, because we obviously can't assemble the 2013 council. No, this council is the council of the city of Milton and has every right to adopt this resolution.
Okay. Are there questions for Ken or Parag on this? Matt?
Obviously, that development has been non-developed for a long time. But as we go through this, working with the developer, they are very aware of the intention and the spirit of the ordinance of which we intended in 2013. And just clarifying that, make sure they're aware of that as we go forward so that there's no surprises for anybody.
So I want to answer that. So once we discovered some of these new changes, we did work with the applicant and made sure that all the conditions or the rezoning conditions of the city council, they are part of the new drawings.
Okay. We don't anticipate any of this changing and not delaying or anything like that.
No.
Or are they having to go back?
So again, I and the city architect are already working with the applicants. Mm-hmm. So the drawings are being reviewed. Mm-hmm. And those conditions are exactly the same conditions which the city council, they were part of the city council's motion.
Gotcha.
Parag, can you talk a little bit about our plans going forward?
Yes. So again, in light of some of these errors that we have discovered in the rezonings and the use permit applications, our office would like to be more proactive rather than wait for these issues to come up. As Ken just mentioned that 99% of the time we always capture what happened in the city council meetings, but still we just want to be doubly sure for that 1%. So what we are planning to do, we are planning to review all previous rezonings and the use permit applications for accuracy and consistency. So the process which we will follow is we will be reviewing the recordings of the previous meetings. then we will make sure that the motion that was made at the city council meeting is captured in the meeting minutes and also in the final ordinance, because it's the ordinance that's given to the applicant. And many times, as you know, the properties change hands. So again, the new owner gets the ordinance from the previous owner saying that these are the conditions of the city council. So we have to make sure that the city council conditions are reflected in the final ordinance that was given to the property owner. After that, we will also be looking at the drawings that were basically submitted to our office to make sure that the rezoning conditions, all the rezoning conditions are reflected on the drawings that have been submitted. So again, by going through this process, I'm totally sure that we will not be discovering too many of these errors. But still, since we have discovered a couple, we just want to make sure that we have addressed all the things that happened in the past. After this, we are also working with the city manager's office to put together some quality control measures so that these errors do not happen in the future applications. Thank you.
Thank you for doing that. Any other questions on this? Okay.
Thank you.
All right. So Ken, are we good for motion?
Mr. Mayor, we are, and if it is the council's pleasure, just to approve, obviously, the agenda item, but the resolution within your packet.
Okay. I'll open up for a motion.
Mayor, I'll make a motion that we approve agenda item number 19-136.
Okay, do I have a second?
Second.
I have a motion for approval from Councilmember Kuntz with a second from Councilmember Longoria. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Is there any opposed? That passes unanimously. Okay. So we've had such a short meeting. Does anybody have anybody on the council have anything they want to report on? If not, we'll turn it over to community development and
So I will hold you for the next 45 minutes.
That's fine. We've got all the time in the world.
Just want to present you some of the project updates from the department. Number one is the update of the trail master plan. As you know, the city council approved the project contract on June 3rd of this month. And the project team has been very busy since last 15 days. We have put together a very good stakeholders committee. We have put together a 14-member stakeholders committee. And the first meeting of the stakeholders committee is this Thursday on June 20th. That will be some sort of formal project launch of the trail master plan. After this, we will be going in front of the equestrian committee in the month of July on July 17th. We will be coming in front of the city council for your feedback in the July 20th meeting. After we have met the stakeholders committee, after we have met the city council, we are planning to have 4 to 5 community meetings starting from July 30th to August 15th. So there will be 4 or 5 community meetings. One community meeting will be in the Crabapple area on August 6th. One meeting will be in the Deerfield area on August 13th. And there will be at least 2 community meetings for the Central Milton Trail. That will be around July 30th and August 1st. We are trying to reserve some local schools so that the community meetings should happen in the communities. And we will be working with our communications department to make sure these meetings are very well publicized, very well advertised, so that the community knows the location and the dates of these community meetings. After this, the second update is about the Georgia Smart Communities Grant. As you know, a few weeks back, the city of Milton submitted this Georgia Smart Communities Challenge Grant application. I'm very happy and proud to inform you that Milton is one of the 4 communities in the state that has been awarded this Georgia Smart Communities Challenge Grant. So there were a total of 28 communities that applied for this grant. Out of this, only 4 communities were selected this year. We are not only one of those 4 communities, but what we have been told, we are one of the top ranked communities in the state. Our application was to promote more walkable and more pedestrian-friendly downtown Crabapple. So in the next year, we will be working very closely with the professors of Georgia Tech and the state officials to make sure how can our downtown Crabapple be more pedestrian-friendly through the use of technology. So tomorrow, Mayor, Assistant City Manager Michelle and I will be going to Macon. And in Macon, the state and Georgia Tech is doing a formal announcement of these grant awardees. Some updates on the land disturbance permit and the building permit applications. Last week, our office approved the land disturbance permit for the Crossroads project, which is at the intersection of Birmingham Highway and Birmingham Road. I'm sure you remember the Crossroads project, right? So the LDP was approved last week. So that means they will be starting to prep the site in the next 10 days. So you will see some construction activity going on at that corner, that intersection. Building permit applications. Our office last week received building permit applications for 2 major projects. One is the Town Center East, which is on Mayfield Road. Again, it's developed by Mr. John Gaston. It's a 3-story commercial building. A lot of work is going on. The LDP was approved, so the building permit applications have come in. So their timeline is to develop this project in the next 14 months. The next building permit application that we have received is for this Crabapple Market project, which is developed by Mr. Adam Orkin over here on this corner. So they have submitted the building permit applications for all 8 buildings. Again, it's a mixed-use project that will have retail on the first floor and condos on the second, third floors. So when I presented this, when I gave a presentation on downtown Crabapple, Councilmember Coons asked me about the timeline, and I mentioned it will take around 3 to 4 years. But it seems next year, 2020, will be very important for downtown Crabapple because we are getting a number of major projects breaking ground very soon. Everyone is talking about 18 months of timeline. So by the end of 2020, this downtown Crabapple, you will see some significant improvements. The last update which I have is for the green space bond acquisition. On June 6th, the city of Milton closed the property which is called the Wells property, which is located in the Fields Crossroads area. Again, it's an 88 acres project, and we invested around $5.72 million to buy this property. That's it from me. I'm happy to answer any questions.
Any questions for Parag? Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Anything else on the staff side, Steve?
What we got?
Council? If not, I'll adjourn the meeting. Do I have a motion to adjourn? Do I have a second? Second. I have a motion and a second to adjourn the meeting. All in favor, please say aye. Aye. It's unanimous.
Thank you.